Welcome to The Anchored Voice. This is a podcast helping men to anchor life. I'm your host, Dr. Phil 2. Welcome to the program. Welcome to The Anchored Voice, a podcast helping men to anchor life. Listen, this morning, just for a few minutes, men, I want to talk to you about loose ends. Loose ends, that's right. What are loose ends? Loose ends basically comes down to what do you need to accomplish today? What did you not complete yesterday? What do you need to accomplish today? Like, what is that thing that's hanging over your head that you have not accomplished, that you have not finished? Listen, I got up early this morning because there was something that I needed to complete today. I needed to complete something and I needed to test it out because it was bothering me. And that's what your loose ends are. Loose ends are things that are bothering you until you get it done. If you don't get it done, then it will continue to hang over your head and you'll never know what it meant to complete. So this is all about loose ends, loose ends. And before we go forward, please, like, subscribe our YouTube channel, McGuire ENTV, as well as share this podcast to somebody who needs it. We'd love for you to subscribe to whatever platform that you're at. This podcast is sponsored by McGuire Wear, Fashion Your Faith. You can go to McGuire ENT, McGuire, McGuireENT.com. And you can go to McGuire Wear and get your gear and fashion your faith. We have things like I Will Not Fear. We're coming out with some new brands as well. So check us out. I'm wearing one of the hoodies right now. We've got God is Crazy About You. We've got I Love Jesus. So check out McGuire Wear on McGuireENT.com. Once again, we're talking about loose ends, okay? What are those loose ends in your life that you things that you needed to figure out for the day that you can't complete this day without getting those things done? Write it down. What are those things lingering over your head? Oh man, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I get it. You know, we always keep saying I'm going to get to something. And then when it comes down to it, we slack off. But this is the day that you handle some of your loose ends. This is the day that you go all in and say, no, I've got to complete the. Is it your resume that you have to complete? Is it cleaning a certain part of the house that you have to do? Is it maybe the outside? You know, I got some lingering things for me in my garage and my outside. So what are those things? But I got up this morning, I got something done that I needed to do that was very critical to my mental health. So I got up early and I took time and I put time into it. You know, we do have time to get things done. We do have time to complete a task. It's just whether we decide to do it or not. It's whether we decide to put all the energy in to do what we need to do or not. But we do have the time. And so what we have to continue to look at is what are the loose ends in our life? What are the things that are just hanging out that we're not focused on? Get up and focus on it. Get up and focus on it. Listen, this is your time to succeed. This is your time to motivate and get out there and do what you have to do. God has called you to a purpose today. And so now, you know, this may be the time. Hey, God, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to complete? But whatever it is, get that task done. Don't let that thing hang over your head for longer than you need to. The reality is we have the time. It's just whether we have the energy or we have the mental capacity. Now, one of our podcasts I talked about is knowing your capacity. Yes, you've got to know how much you can handle for the day. But if there's something lingering over your head, there's something in your schedule that, hey, you've been putting off for a long time. Maybe it's starting your business. Have you been putting off starting your business? Have you been putting off even learning about your business? Have you been putting off building your business? And let me tell you, it takes a lot of grit and it takes a lot of time. However, you have the ability to get up and get started. What are those loose ends in your life? Those things that you continue to put on the back burner, the things that you continue to say, yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Listen, I'm here to motivate you. Get to it today. Get to it now. We've got to accomplish all that we need to. We have the same 24 hours. And doesn't it seem like in these same 24 hours, just like the time just goes real fast, especially when you have projects to get done. So when you're working a job, you can't, the time can't go fast enough. But when you're working on projects, when you are building your business, when you are investing in your home or investing in your family, the time goes by so fast because you are now working to accomplish your goals. You are working to accomplish your projects. You are working to accomplish your purpose. And when you stay focused on that, and, you can't depend on the job to do that. It's something within you. It's something that you have to get done. Can't depend on a boss to tell you, hey, get this done. No, you've got to motivate yourself. You've got to get up and say, listen, you know what? I'm not taking any more naps. I'm taking any more breaks. Listen, I'm going to invest all of my time to get this done. Now, when I was in undergrad, my mother was really pressing me to get another degree. I started with communications because communication was what I really identified with, wanting to always get into rap music as a teen, wanting to always accomplish that goal of being a rap artist and being in the studio and maybe even being a radio broadcast. I don't know. It was just something with communication that was connecting. But my mother was always pushing me, hey, you need to get another degree. You need to get another degree. And through time, God opened up the door. Religion is what I wanted to study. I wanted to be a pastor, but I wanted to still use my communication towards it, which I'm doing right now. So I added religion on. But you know what I found out about doing 2 degrees in the same 4-year time is that there were some things called electives. Electives allow you to do like computer classes, photography classes. I had a photography class, which was great. I learned to develop film. It was cool. I was in the dark room. In fact, I messed up the dark room because there was the liquid, when it goes on the counter, you can't see it at first, but you let that thing stay on that table and that liquid shows up, and my professor called me back and was like, hey, you better come and clean this up. I said, whoa, okay. Came back. I was like, where did this come from? So I learned a lot in my photography class. But these were electives. They weren't necessarily going towards my major. They were just something else I learned to do, which is cool. But, with the internet, with YouTube, and with different other classes, you can learn some of these electives on your own. But if you went to school, you can get 2 degrees in the same 4-year time by just applying some of the classes that go to your major to your electives. And that's how you get 2 degrees in the same 4-year time. And so, I wish I'd started off stronger on my freshman year of college. I really wish I did. But the one thing I did accomplish at the end, 4.5 years, okay, I didn't do 5 or 6, but I did have to do an extra semester because I messed around in my freshman year. But I started doing winter classes. I started doing any type of classes that would give me some type of credit to help me finish as fast as possible because I messed around in my freshman year. Had to do some classes over. Not that I flunked it, but just to get a better grade on it, I had to start over. And you know what? My theme today is it's okay to start over. It's okay to renew yourself. It's okay to begin again. It's okay to shape your new start. It is okay. But one of the things that we have to accomplish is those loose ends. What are the things that you are putting off today for tomorrow? What are the things that you are not getting accomplished today? That is the critical point. And I'm telling you right now, I had to get up this morning and I had to get some things done that wasn't getting done. And because it was affecting my broadcast, it was affecting everything. And I said, listen, I got to get this done. I've got to focus and test some things out. And you know, most of the things that you're getting done is you're testing something out. You are testing out how would this work? Well, how would this work if I did this or if I did it like that? Whatever you're trying to accomplish and you're scared to accomplish, just put the work in. Put the time in. Don't let these loose ends continue forever. Get what you're supposed to get done. And I'm sure, listen, I've got a list of things I need to get done. But I've realized when I put the time in, when I just decide it's going to be done, it gets done. And even though I'm scared, I don't even know how to get it done. Cooking is one of my things I'm kind of scared to do. And I do it, I get successful, I'm feeling happy, but then it's like going back into it again. So, what is it? Is it that resume? Is it starting your business? Is it researching your business? Is it researching how to grow your business? What is the loose end that you're dealing with today? What is it that you need to plan today that you don't need to put off for tomorrow? Listen, take the time, write down those loose ends, write it down, figure it out, say, okay, this is what I'm going to get accomplished today. And then, yes, tomorrow may come, but tomorrow is not promised. So you want to make sure whatever you got done today, hey, you're satisfied with, you are happy with, you accomplished the goals that you set for today. Today is important. Today is important to get started. Don't wait for tomorrow to get started. Today is the day. And when you start putting in the work, when you start putting in the effort, you start to see something grow in you. You start to see some accomplishments grow in you. You start to see your confidence grow in you. So whatever you weren't confident about, if you start putting in the work today, put in the work, the confidence will come. Your mind will start to say, whoa, I can do this. Wow, I didn't know I can do it, but I pushed myself and I got it done. So this is a podcast about loose ends. It's about those things of your day, of your time, of your week. Hey, you know what? I've been putting this off long enough. And I'm getting frustrated because the more I put it off, the more I'm frustrated because I need to get this done in order to get some other things accomplished, in order to move forward. And, it could be, again, your resume. It could be starting your business. It could be calling somebody that you need to call, somebody that you need to be in touch with right now, somebody that you need to reach out to today. You need to make sure you put that on your list. Take care of those loose ends. What are the things that you have been putting off because other things? And I get it. I'm a person that has a lot of distractions that can come my way in 2 seconds. I can forget things in 2 seconds. You can tell me, hey, can you go pick up that salt down aisle 9? And I'll be like, yeah, cool. And then, some distraction will come. I'll forget about aisle 9, not aisle 8 and aisle 7. I'll forget it all. I'll pass it by. But you have to know what your loose ends are. You have to know what you need to get accomplished for the day. And so this is your morning motivation to get what you need done today. Get it done today. Don't wait for tomorrow. We want to make sure that you are empowered to do what you need to do. Now, this podcast is about helping men to anchor life. Why do we call it to anchor life? Because that's exactly what life is all about. You started off on the course on your ship and you started floating. one direction, but the storms of life took you in another direction. The waves of life took you in another. Take control of that rudder. Take control of that boat. Take control of that ship and get yourself back on track. Get anchored again. And even if the storms of your life are coming and crashing, throw that anchor down and stay anchored. Stay positive. Stay consistent. Stay within with who you are, because that is very critical. And so if you want to shape your new start and you want to start moving forward, the one way you can start doing this is to accomplish your loose ends. Figure out what you haven't been getting done and get it done today. Start making that list. These are the things I really would like to accomplish. Is it planning your vacation? Some of you haven't planned a vacation for a very long time, but today is your day to plan your vacation and you want to get on top with it. So again, let's get out today. Let's get some of these loose ends done. Let's accomplish what we need to accomplish. And we'll see you on another podcast. I needed to get this podcast in. Haven't done a podcast for a minute. And this is my loose end. This podcast, I had to get it done. Just wanted to spend a few moments with you, just to encourage you. You know, life is going to get better, but you've got to put in the work. You've got to put in the work. Get those loose ends tied up. Tie up those loose ends. You know, you ever walk with loose shoelaces? And it's not tight enough, and it really aggravates me to walk with sneakers with no shoelaces or with it loose, you know, or with it just dragging on the ground. So, you know, those are the things I feel like I need to get done sooner than later. So, you know, I got to get down. I got to tie up my shoelaces. Well, that's it. You know, what is it in your life that's just dragging around that you know you need to get done today? All right. I'm your host, Dr. Phil 2. This is the Anchored Voice, helping men to anchor life. What are your loose ends? What are you ready to get accomplished today? Let's get it in. Let's go. Get in that workout. Listen, you've been putting out the work. Listen, I've been putting off workout too. So I'm going to the gym today. That's my loose end. I got something I needed to get done, accomplished today, but I need to get to the gym. I need to get my health together. What is your loose end? I'm sharing with you what my loose end is, but what is yours? Get it done. Get it in today. Get that grind in. It's possible. It's ready for you. And this is Dr. Phil 2, shaping your new start. This is the Anchored Voice, helping men to anchor life. Stay anchored, everybody. Thank you for joining in this podcast. Please feel free to subscribe to this page or share this page. Like this broadcast. Just hit the like button there. Or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Audacity, Stitcher, wherever you're Spotify, whatever you're listening to, please write a review. And please subscribe so that you can get other podcasts in. All right. And share this podcast with any man that you feel can use this, can benefit. And you can follow me. You can also follow me at Dr. Phil _2 on Instagram. Dr. Phil 2, Dr. Phil _2 on Instagram. And we're all about shaping your new start. We're all about moving you forward into your life, into the purpose of your life, into the things that you need to get done. We're all about shaping your new start. Maybe things didn't start out right before, but guess what? We're going to get you going. We're going to get you going this season. This is still season 2 of the Anchored Voice. And we are going to get you going. Thank you so much for joining into this. Let's get this podcast going. Let's get everything out there. Let's get the work done. Let's accomplish those loose ends. Once again, want to thank everyone for joining in on this podcast. May God bless you in your journey. And we thank you. Get those loose ends. Let's get it in today. Let's accomplish all that we need to do. This is Dr. Phil 2, Anchored Voice, helping men to anchor life. Thank you for listening to the Anchored Voice. For the video edition of this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, McGuire ENTV. For audio, listen on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or Stitcher. Until next time, stay anchored.